Hi friends, and welcome back to Homebody Book Club. Don't mind my puppy Thor. He might come hang out with us a little bit, but let's get started. Today we are going to talk about which books I think I would most definitely be killed. Most definitely. I am reading a ton of books this year, and I don't know if you're like me, if you see a movie in your head when you're reading, but I definitely put myself in these stories and imagine that I'm the main character. Thor, we're saying goodbye to this because it's so loud. Thor decided to stop by for a hello. Okay, first series, The Hunger Games. Now, would I survive in the Hunger Games series? Well, that all depends on who I am. Putting myself into the shoes of the main character, Katniss, would I survive as her in the arena? No. First of all, I would have a huge problem if I had to kill someone. Huge. It would be really, really hard. Also, I don't think that I have the survival instincts to frankly make it at all through the night. I think that I would definitely be targeted as the first person to be killed, and the careers would be gunning for me. I'd like to think though, if I had Peeta on my team, that he could teach me how to camouflage and we could just play a little game of hide and seek and just hide myself the whole time. I know that the Capitol would be watching me though. They would know where I was, probably, and they would be sending all kinds of chaos to bring me out of hiding. And I would be really mad. So it would really come down to combat skills, of which, you know, I went through my Katniss Everdeen phase where I picked up a bow and learned how to shoot it. That could maybe work, but hand to hand, 0, knives, 0, aiming, 0. I would definitely die, and I think I would die probably a really gruesome death. Okay, now let's talk about if I was my own character in the Hunger Games. I think I have more of a chance making it. Now, I think that the big question is, would I volunteer as tribute for my sister? I love my sister. I love her. But I think this, putting love aside, you really need to ask which one of us is more likely to survive, because that's fair. So let's talk about pros, cons. I think I could make some good alliances. I think that's what's going to keep me alive in the arena. My sister, I think she might have a spotty judge of character. She might not go immediately for the alliances. She might try to hone her skill, and I think this might be the wrong move. I used to run cross country in high school. I could use that to my strength. I know some rough terrain. I could make it. I could escape quickly. But my sister's been doing boot camp for like years. So because of that, I'm gonna have to say, no, I wouldn't volunteer as tribute, but I love her. And I think that the Capitol could fall in love with her for who she is. You know what? I think both of us could make it if we did the Katniss Peeta thing, where like we play on the emotions and we're like, ooh, I'm so in love. Oh no, I'm pregnant. that could work. In conclusion, no, I would not survive in the Hunger Games. Absolutely not. Another book that I think I absolutely would die in is The Four Winds. The Four Winds is about the Great Depression, and if you have read any of Kristen Hanna, she writes historical fiction and she does it dang good. Dang well. I don't think that I would survive because I don't have what it takes. This is a question, this is a deep one. Would you survive in the Great Depression? I'm thinking I live in Oklahoma, and when all the dust storms blew through, it was crazy. Would I survive in the Great Depression? No. Let me tell you why. You know, I just started learning how to make bread from scratch, and I started canning. So I've got that going for me, but I'm thinking survival-wise, I feel like I'm literally coming down with a cold right now. Like when you move your plant to a different spot and they all of a sudden die, that would be me. My body just does not handle change well. And that's why I think like I would catch a nasty bug right out the get-go and I'd be killed off. And that would be that. Also, practically, I live in town. I have no animals. I have no land. We would absolutely be done for. Done for. So this is kind of my motivation. Maybe we should get some chickens. Time to start planning. Also, conspiracy side note, I don't know if anyone has seen the news article about the deer in Yellowstone getting a deer zombie disease. Is the zombie apocalypse closer than I previously thought? Because if so, I really do need to get chickens. Last, a book that I absolutely would die in is The Forbidden Game. If you have not seen my other video about books that I read in middle school, I do go over The Forbidden Game, so please go back and watch that one. Come back here so you can know why I'm gonna die in that book. The Forbidden Game is basically a Jumanji style type of book where this teenager and all of her friends get sucked into this board game and they have to face their biggest fears to get out. As I mentioned in my previous video, my biggest fear is merging into traffic with a semi coming, which is very often where I live. Also, driving in general. I won't get into the nuances, but I have had such an elevated fear of driving lately where I just shut down and I have to pull off the road and it's horrible. It's horrible. So if everyone's survival was hinged on me driving, and I'm assuming I can visualize someone pursuing me while I'm driving, people are screaming in the car, there's cars next to me merging, and I would simply have a heart attack and pass away. And we would crash and die. I never had a chance. Also, if anyone else has a fear of driving, can you someone please comment and tell me I'm not alone. So that wraps up all the books that I think I would definitely die in. I am going to drop a new video soon on books that I absolutely would survive in, so please stay tuned for that one. Drop a comment below on what you think about the books that I mentioned. Would you survive? Would you be killed? Would you be killed in the first chapter? Let me know. I want to talk about it with you. Thank you so much for being here. Please like and subscribe. I have a ton of new content coming out and I want you to be the first one to see it. Also, there is a link on my channel to my Bookstagram. Please go and follow. I'm putting out all the content of things that I'm currently reading and a ton of other nonsense that I want you to be there for.